in order to talk about me as the other, or the other like myself. But I think the big majority of us use ourselves. It was another way to use mirrors. I used to be a very fast worker, a very fast painter. A big painting, 4 times this size, takes me a week to produce it. But I was here in this work like 3 or 4 months at least, going around. I feel very connected with Nicéforo, with this feeling of do it right and have the white canvas there waiting for me to see what I'm going to do here. The text I told you at the beginning of this conference is the one who ruled this work, and I decided to frontally paint myself. And I was thinking, who is the other for me? And who I believe is the other for all of us. And the way I decided to solve was to use me as a child. You can see the ear somewhere here. And that child for me represents that mineral that is where God sleeps. Because a child is just the beginning. It's there, it's a human on formation, and that's what it is. Then it's an image of myself right now with a plant. It's a very big maguey that lives outside of my studio in my house. There was no space to make them all, and the way I made it looks like a marijuana plant, but it's not intentional. But maybe it is unconsciously. That's me right now. The man, it's the plant, is the dream, but at the same time is the awake. In this moment of my life, I feel that the big change is coming for me. Is stop being a painter to awake as a philosopher. Stop being a young man to become a man. Stop being just someone to be myself, to really find my place. But the blue face there is me as an old man, the one I would like to be, the one that I'm not, but I will be. And there is also an animal you probably cannot see from the distance. I want to invite you to come later and find an eagle. I share an eagle with, I share the eye with an eagle. Unfortunately, Leo is not here, right? Leo, no te veo. I met Leo like 10 years ago in Oaxaca, and she and Chato helped me to discover my Nahual, which is we believe is our animal that leads our steps in this world, and happened that it's an eagle. I'm a dog lover. I have a lot of dogs at home, and they are my company, our company. But ego is myself, ego is my animal, and the moment when I will be ready to leave this physical box that contains my soul, the very end of my life as a man will be the moment when I will exist. Only that little moment is going to be me, because at that moment I will be able to go back to my child, to the men, and to the wisdom, to the knowledge, and I think I screwed this, or I made this right, or whatever. I cannot tell you what it's going to be, because it's going to be private, just for me, and the moment to go the next step. Before I finish, and I would really appreciate if you make more questions. I want to invite you, because you are going to be here tomorrow and Sunday, to really take a moment and read and observe all this great job. In this collection there are a couple of artists with huge projects. The woman between these two, you can see in my right side, Menifra. It's a woman that worked with Marx Ends probably 60 years ago. She's an 80-something years old lady. She's a woman with a huge name in the world of art. And she made this painting in order to participate with these, and I feel very honored, and we all should be. Peter Liebenthal, among those, right behind the clock.
Clock.
Under, thank you. This is also a Russian painter who lived in San Miguel, with a huge name in Mexico. It's a great, great artist, and he also devoted himself to make it. And something that makes me feel much more proud than my work is my students. I will be here to talk to you about them if you have time. Those kids represent everything I am, because my work is my work, it's my way of living. But when they are able to express themselves through these languages, that makes me feel I'm doing something right. And I'm very proud to present their work. So, it's up to you. If you want to make some questions to me or one of our...
I want to add that every piece has what we call the auction sheet, but if you turn the page, it has something that each artist decided to express about this particular piece. So take the time to turn the page and read, because most of them wrote something that comes from the heart about this piece of art.
When you turn that page, you will see that not all of them has something there. And that's because some artists decided that whatever they want to say, they want to express that in image. That, or I forgot to send Monica the information.
One of the things that I forgot to mention, I was saying about this particular piece, how it relates to the other. One of the things was, as you as painters start with a blank canvas, and it's kind of the opposite with sculpting. I start with a piece of wood or steel and then shape it, and so the image is inside, just waiting to come out, and you just have to peel away the layers until it exposes the art or the soul or the inner person, and that's how I thought of this piece, how it related to the other. It's what's inside and getting to that person.